What's going on, guys? Yesterday we went to the Goodwill bins and we were super selective. We came home with 35, I think, really nice pieces. We spent 70 bucks. So today I want to share with you guys the entire haul. I'm going to show you guys every single piece and we're going to be adding up the pieces so we can see if we get a grand total of like the total resale value for everything that we got. I'll try to include any details that I find helpful. And if you guys have any questions about any of the items, make sure you drop it in the comment section below. Let's get right into it. So we ended up getting some really nice stuff for eBay and for whatnot. Let's get started. It's going to be, again, a lot of really nice pieces. We'll start off with a banger. First piece of the video, first item of the day, we found this really cool Supreme shirt, a men's size large. It's got like the laugh now, cry later faces on there. Nothing insane, but we've been able to get right around like 30 bucks for our Supreme t-shirts. I'm going to say, and I'm going to try to be like, what is it called? I'm going to try to aim for like the lower side on like what I think things will sell for. That way we're being pretty realistic. So let's just say we'll take a $25 offer on this Supreme shirt. It's not the craziest design. It's kind of a basic color and it might have like a little blemish or so. So let's say 25 on the Supreme tee. All right. Next item. You got to be able to recognize this logo right here. This is I believe this is the Champion Todd Snyder logo. Yeah. It's not the Champion logo. It's not a Todd Snyder logo. I believe that's the Champion Todd Snyder collab logo. Boom. There's your tag. Todd Snyder, Champion. Pretty basic little shirt. They have other more substantial pieces from this collab. But I would guess that you should be able to get at least $20 for this Todd Snyder Champion collab t-shirt. Okay, so 25 plus 20. We're at 45. This little beauty right here. Picked up this super nice like kids Patagonia. Really, really nice. Honestly, probably will be keeping this for the girls, probably store it away. But if I were to sell it, I would say we could easily get right around 20 bucks for that. Next up, we have a Spirit jersey. Spirit jerseys are not like all the hype they used to be, but you still want to look out for anything that's a little bit more substantial. This is the 2019 pop-up Disneyland celebration. I'm not sure what that is, but this has a pretty substantial graphic on the back. Again, we're not expecting crazy money, but I would say it's pretty fair to assume that we could get right around like 30 bucks for this one. And you guys call me out if you guys think I'm overshooting anything, undershooting anything. You guys let me know what you think in the comments. All right, solid brand right here. Actually, you know what though? We did not thrift this yesterday. We were cleaning up the eBay store and we found this one was not listed. So I'm not going to count this in today's video, but we do have this cool Youngla shirt going into the eBay store today. All right, sorry, ignore that one. Next up, we have this FootJoy quarter zip. FootJoy quarter zip. Probably one of the more like basic pieces we got. But again, it's not a FootJoy polo or a FootJoy t-shirt. It is a FootJoy quarter zip sweater. And again, I think on the low end, we should be able to get right around 20 bucks for this. Right around 20 bucks for that FootJoy quarter zip. All right, we are at 115 for our thrifted total. Let's go. This right here, I believe this is called the Metal Vent tank top by Lululemon. You can basically sell these almost instantly for like $25. List in that like 25 range and maybe take an offer, but they usually sell pretty quickly for right around like 25 bucks. I feel like that's pretty fair, 25, but I'll call it 20 just in case we're feeling crazy and we take a quick offer on it. Oh, so we're at 115. Plus 20. 135. All right, cool. Really nice Lululemon shirt, really nice condition, crispy. And again, sorry if I didn't show it. This is, I believe, called the Metal Vent, like the Metal Vent tank top, something like that. We've sold it in the past. All right, here we go. Again, we do have a couple items that I think will be like under the $20 mark, but for the most part, everything should be over 20, hopefully 25-ish. Like, and just pushing the issue that way. This is a pair of Uniqlo pants in a men's medium linen blend. We're usually able to get right around like 18 bucks for these. Nothing insane, but super easy listing. And the Uniqlo pants of this style usually fly off the shelf for us. So I'll just put 15. I'm gonna put 15 on that one. That'll be just a little throw in. This one right here, I'm not sure what this is. Puma High Rocks collab. Does anybody know what this is? I don't know, I forgot if this was like a fitness event or something like related to like, yeah, it says World Series of Fitness Racing. There you go. So I'm not sure what that means. But I believe these had a pretty good sell-through rate. I think there was like 11 listed, 7 sold, something like that. And these were all going in like the 30 to 50 range. I'm gonna say that I would gladly sell this thing for like 25 bucks quickly. So I'm gonna put 25 for this one. 175 on the total. All right, here we go. We have some bread and butter here. These are Columbia snow pants. I think we have 0 active in our store right now. We find these like at the bins or at the flea for really cheap. We got these for $2, and we usually list them for pretty cheap and sell them pretty quickly. This one, I believe the last one we sold for right around 30, 35, and we'll probably do the same there. So I'll call that one 30. Boom. All right, here we have a couple of solid basics, solid basics, some really clean board shorts. One of our, not one of our favorite items to sell, but one of the items that we sell a lot of due to our location is board shorts. At one point, we were actually like the #1 seller of board shorts on eBay. So we, let's see if we can get back to that, back to those glory days. Patagonia, size 40, nothing crazy, but really cool print, good size, should be good for at least like, again, these don't usually go crazy, so I'll call these 15 bucks just in case we take an offer or something. But 15 to 20, maybe we can get 20 on those patties, but it's okay. I'll just say 20 just to keep the video. Oh, sorry, I said 20. Okay, I meant 15 minus 5. I'll say 15 to keep it accurate. Hopefully, we sell more than that. Boom. Here's another pair of boardies. Again, we're getting around $18 for our nice clean board shorts, so I'll put 15 for this one as well. And then one more here, or two more here. Really nice. This is Rip Curl. Very, very nice condition. Again, we're like passing on anything that is like dingy or beat up. Really, really clean right here. Boom. That's another 15. And here we got one more. These are Quicksilver. Super nice. Again, just very, very clean condition. All of these are like more modern style shorts. That's another 15 at least. And here's one more. This is a pair of Katin shorts. Katin. Katin. Katin shorts. In the right time, these can easily go for 20 bucks. In the right time of the year. You know, and we'll put those at 20 since we put all the rest at 15. I think it'll be fair to put those at 20. All right, so we are at $285 now for our grand thrifted total from yesterday. Not bad at all, and we are still getting started. Still just getting going. All right, we have a nice little chunk left. This brand, I'm not familiar with this brand. The brand is called M65, or I kind of did a little bit more, not research, but a little bit more studying on the item, and it's actually called right here. It's not M56, or what is it, 65? 56, sorry if I said 65. 56. This says right here, Machine 56. So if you look up Machine 56 on eBay, the sell-through rate is not bad. They don't sell a lot of t-shirts though. They sell a lot of like crazy looking jackets, but all the jackets were going for like $250, like some pretty crazy numbers. And then I did a little bit more searching and I was able to find a couple of these t-shirts listed in the $100 range. So I'm not sure what the deal is with this. I think all the listings said like cyberpunk and stuff like that. So again, it has this like buckle on the back. It's a super heavy, like dramatically heavy shirt. Graphics are big and heavy and like nicely printed, and it's just super nice quality. This thing feels like indestructible. Anyways, again, with the listings at around $100 on them, with the jackets sold at like $200, $250, I didn't really see any t-shirts sold, so I don't know if they're big on t-shirts. So I'm gonna just take a lucky, or I'm gonna take a low guess and say that we can maybe get like 30 bucks for this shirt. And I don't think that'll be an issue. I think we can easily get 30 bucks for the shirt. We might list it for like 35, maybe 40, but we'll be ready for that first offer. So we're at 30 on that one. All right, and then it looks like we are getting through our eBay stuff, and we're gonna go over to our Whatnot stuff. So for our Whatnot stuff, it will be selling for a little bit lower, but I think I will give the Whatnot price for my total so we can just stay true, because that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna run them on Whatnot. So I'll let you guys know what I think it'll sell for there. I do have 3 more eBay pieces though. 3 more pieces that should go to eBay, maybe 4, and then we'll see from there. But okay, here we go. Here we go. It's getting good. It's getting good. Boom. Oh, boom. We got the Aviator Nation sweatpants. These are kid size 10. Really cool Thunderbolt graphic. Not the most amazing condition. I would say we're easily gonna get like 20 bucks for these. Plus 20. Aviator Nation t-shirt. Really nice Aviator Nation extra small white t-shirt. I believe the last Aviator Nation shirt we sold over on Whatnot sold for almost 30 bucks. So we can call that, again, another 25er. And this one right here, this one will go to eBay just because Whatnot doesn't really like items with flaws, which is fine. I don't think anybody really likes items with flaws. But here we have one more Aviator Nation. This is called the 5-striper, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 5-stripe hoodie. Again, Aviator Nation, women's small. However, this one does not zip up. The zipper is busted on this one. Even with the busted zipper, I think this is like a $30 eBay piece. Even with the busted zipper. With a working zipper, there was a point in time where these were going for close to 100, like $80, $90. With a busted zipper, again, I believe we're getting 30 bucks on that. We're at $3.90 for the total. Quick sip of water. All right. Here we have another really solid brand. James Purse, size 2, made in USA, tie-dye sweater. Again, some James Purse pieces do really well, some do okay. I would assume that we should be able to get a minimum of like $20 for this James Purse hoodie. Minimum 20 bucks. Honestly, we'll say 20 just to keep it fair, but I would say like 20, 25 on that minimum. All right, and then now it's kind of a mix. I think a lot of this is going to be like Whatnot looking stuff for the most part. Yeah, for the most part, the rest of this is going to be Whatnot, except for the like the last 2 pieces of the video that I'm going to share with you guys, just because they're like funny little random pieces. Okay, actually, I got one more here, really good piece. That could be eBay or Whatnot. Really nice piece. This is a Frank and Eileen, one size fits all. My wife is going to be keeping this one for a little bit, but this is a Frank and Eileen, one size fits all, like a sleeveless hoodie, like poncho thing. Super nice, beautiful, like greenish color. Honestly, I would say this one would sell for like minimum of like 50 bucks. Frank and Eileen sweaters go for like that 50 range, or we've sold them in that range. And this is a really nice one with a hood, with like the relaxed fit. I'm gonna look this up. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I would say this Frank and Eileen sweater should be good for around 50 bucks. I'm gonna guess retail on that is gonna be over $200. Plus 50, so we're at 460. We are at 460 for our total. If you guys are keeping along, 460. All right. And again, the rest of this is going to be a lot of Whatnot stuff, so maybe a little less dollar amounts, but all of this will sell hopefully within a day or two, and we'll get our money back and get right back out there. All right, this is a pair of White Fox shorts. Apparently they like this stuff over on Whatnot pretty good. I think the last White Fox item we sold there went for like 15 bucks. Size small, really nice shorts. I'm going to say these are going to go for like 10 minimum if there's nobody in the room. If the room gets a little hyped up, maybe 15, 10 to 15. We'll call it, we'll just call it 10 to keep it clean, keep it moving. Free people, intimately free people. Boom. Nice little knit top. Again, we'll throw this in as a $10 piece. That's 10. This is a We the Free graphic tee. Nice big roses print. Nice relaxed fit with like the raw hem on the edges. Classic We the Free style. I'm going to guess, again, we got like a $10 item here. And again, we'll run it at 10. We'll start it at 10, and we'll see how it goes. Maybe it gets to 15, maybe it gets to 20. But it will be at least a $10 sale. And again, it'll be basically instant. Okay, and let's get to this pile here. We are tracking everything up. All right, this is a beautiful Columbia jacket. Super, super, super nice. eBay or Whatnot, this should be like a $15 piece. Super nice Columbia full zip in a woman's XL. Plus 15. Skims. My wife found this Skims hoodie yesterday. Super nice, like a pale pink. Skims is pretty popular over on Whatnot, and for a good reason. Their stuff is nice, man. They make pretty good quality stuff. The materials they use are soft and nice. The colors, the styles, they kind of know what they're doing. So the Skims pale pink hoodie, I'm gonna guess this can push like 20 bucks over on Whatnot. And we didn't find one, or she didn't find one. She found 2. This one's a little bit more pink than the last. Back-to-back Skims hoodies, both a size large. Let's go. That one's a little bit more pale pink. This one's a little bit more like actual pink. Both super nice. Both, again, I think we're looking at like $20 pieces. Hopefully $20 pieces on those. So I'm going to add them together. It's going to be plus 40. $5.45 on the total, my friends. $70 spent at the bins. We're hopefully turning that into $5.45 so far. And we got some nice pieces left. We got some really nice pieces left. All right. This is an absolute beauty right here. Absolute beauty. This was our first find of the day yesterday. My wife started us off with a bang. Vori, I believe these have a little tag in here. Yep, these are a size medium. Vori, size medium. These are a wide leg, like sweat pant, dude. Are you kidding me? Black, wide leg sweat pant. Oh my goodness. On the right day, these will go for like 40 bucks and whatnot, honestly. On like the wrong day, they'll be like 30 minimum. So I'm gonna put them up for 30 on our account. Here we have another pair of Vori, another Vori item. These are not that crazy. These are an extra small Vori, like cutoff short. We'll probably load these in at like 15, and hopefully we get a bite. But if not, I'm okay selling these at like 10, 15, just due to the size. But again, we'll try to go for 15 on those and see if we can make that happen. Plus 15, $5.90 on the total, my friends. Let's freaking go. Here we go. It just keeps going. I found these. This is Free People Movement. Free People Movement. Nice little leggings with this little like front waist thing just to give it some little pizzazz. Again, nothing insane. We'll load these up at like 10 bucks. Hopefully we get a couple of bids. If not, they'll sell for like 10 bucks minimum, and they'll sell immediately, basically. These are really nice. Gymshark biker shorts. Gymshark biker shorts. Usually on Gymshark, they sometimes will put the tag here, but for the most part, you don't really get a tag here. Or I don't know, maybe they do, and people just always rip it off. But for the most part, if you're gonna go inside of the right leg, whether it's a pant or a short, they usually have their tag in there. If it's a legging, it's all the way at the bottom by the foot. If it's a short, it's just on the inside. And this is a size medium Gymshark biker short in really nice condition. And Gymshark can get pretty popular over there. I wish these were leggings, but these biker shorts do okay still. I would assume we should be able to get like 10 to 15 on these. I threw a couple 10s up, so we'll throw this one up at 15, and let's hope we can make that happen. All right, down to the last 4 pieces. Is that it? 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel like I'm missing something. Okay, I think we got everything here. 2 hats, 1 funny item, and 1 more clothing item. All right, let me finish with the clothing item, and then we'll get to the last 3 funny pieces. I found this at the bins yesterday. Brand new with tags, Swiftly Tech Racerback 2.0 in a size 6. Come on. I don't know if I've ever found brand new Lululemon at the bins. That might be a first. If not a first, maybe a second, but definitely not more than like 1 other time I've ever found brand new Lulu at the bins for $2. Pretty insane. Whoever didn't want this, shout out to you. Thank you so much. Again, nothing crazy. Pretty. Actually, what is this? A Swiftly? Oh, this is a Swiftly Tech. Hello. You can tell the Swiftly Tech because they usually have the big Lulu logo like this, and they usually have this like nice like subtle stripe pattern for the Swiftlys. Alrighty, this Swiftly Tech brand new with tags. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna say that we'll try to get 30 bucks for it. We'll try to get 30, but if we get 25 for it, I'm happy. I'm happy. So let's say 25. All right, and then I got this one right here is actually an eBay piece. This is a vintage Cabela's hat, and it says like limited edition here on the side. If you look up like vintage Cabela's hats and you sort high to low, there's definitely a lot of like nice hats that you can find that can sell for like pretty good money. More like outdoorsy style hats, but I did see at least a couple of sales for this style hat with this like two-tone with like the big sideways Cabela's logo, and then I believe they had a couple different ones with like different animals here instead of a duck or whatever that is. Anyways, the last sale I saw on this exact hat was for $27.99. So I'm gonna say we can easily assume that we should be able to get 20 bucks here for this hat here. It's nice condition. Nice condition. A little bit dirty on the inside. We haven't washed this one yet though. We'll throw this through the wash, and we should be able to get at least 20 bucks for this Cabela's hat. Again, the recent sale, the last sale I saw for it was for 27. All right, 2 more pieces. We've got this one right here. Sweet, sweet bin spine. Honestly though, I don't know if somebody threw this in my cart or if I accidentally grabbed it with like other clothing. Basically, we find stuff at the bins, we grab the pile, we drop it in our cart, and then we like keep digging until it's time to sort. So anyways, when it was time to sort, this came out of our pile, but I don't remember grabbing it, and my wife doesn't remember grabbing it. So it is definitely possible that one of our bins buddies found it and just threw it in our bin. Super duper possible. I don't know who it was. So if you're watching this, thank you, friend. Thank you. And if it was me, then that's fine too. If me or my wife accidentally pulled it, that's very cool. But honestly, I would say there's a 90% chance somebody else threw this in our shopping cart for us. So thank you again. This is a Carhartt Michigan beanie. Carhartt Michigan logo beanie. Pretty specific. I think we'll try to run it on Whatnot for like $15. If not, we'll throw it up on eBay for, I don't know, we'll check comps. Maybe $20? Maybe $20? Brand new Carhartt beanie. I'm gonna assume that can go for $20, honestly. It deserves to go for $20. I did write the hat. Okay, I did write that hat. All right, we are at our last piece of the day, and honestly, I think it's our best find of the day. I believe this little guy right here is our best find of the day. All right, so I was not digging through the plush. This guy came out in the clothing. We were moving through clothing. I was pushing through clothing, and I saw this little tag right there. And shout out to my little sister. My little sister actually taught me about Jellycat. I took her to the bins one time, and she found a little like frog or something, and she was like, "Oh my God, this is Jellycat." And anyways, I was like, "What is that?" So she taught me a little bit about it, and then I did some comps, like some research on the Jellycat stuff, and some of that stuff can go for pretty good money. So we found that one, and then the other day, like not a little bit after that, I found a little Jellycat squirrel that I gave to my daughters. They're playing with that. When they get tired of it, we can list it. But yesterday, I found this one right here. This is now our third Jellycat find, including my sister's first find, and then the squirrel and this one. This is the Cruise Crested Newt, again by Jellycat, which is a London-based brand. I don't know if this is made in London. I doubt it. But London-based brand. Made in Cambodia, yeah. Anyways, super, super nice quality on this guy. And he's a hot selling item. This is a hot item. There's currently 7 listed on eBay, and this was yesterday. It might be even better now. Currently, there's 7 listed on eBay and 19 sold. 19 sold, 7 listed. Like, what is that? 300% sell-through rate almost. Absolutely insane. And the last sales for brand new tags of this guy were in the $90 range. From $60, $75 to like $90 for the last couple of sales I saw for this exact little fella right here. And I'll check the active comps again. I don't know if there was another one listed in brand new, like excellent condition. So I would say it's pretty safe to assume we can list this for like $85, $90, and we could probably take any first offer over like $70. That's kind of where we're at with this one. Hopefully, we can let it sit for 90 for a couple of days and get that sale, but we are open to taking that offer. So let's add that to the total. The Crested Newt Jellycat, $680, plus, let's call it $70. And that'll give us a nice solid number to finish on. Boom! All right, there you go. And that is how we are going to 10x our money on this one Goodwill bins trip. We were there for a couple hours. Again, we came home with 30 odd pieces. We paid $70 total, and hopefully we're able to sell all of these items for a grand total of $750. Obviously, this doesn't include fees, so fees will come out of that, but this doesn't include shipping either. The buyer will pay shipping. This is all straight coming our way, minus fees or anything like that. So yeah, $750. Let me know what you guys think about that number. If I'm high, if I'm low. Let me know if you guys want to correct me on any pricing on any item I gave. If you guys have any information on any item that I talked about that seemed like I didn't know too much about, I would appreciate any info that you guys have on that item. That'd be great. Alrighty. I appreciate you guys watching to the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned a new brand, a new item, something to look out for in the wild. Again, if you didn't know about Jellycats, now you know. If you didn't know about these Cabela's hats, now you know. The Machine 56, I think another really good one to know about. Yeah, just a couple of really nice items yesterday at the Goodwill bins. This is everything we bought. I'm not hiding anything, or I'm not hiding, but I didn't keep anything out of the haul. Everything we found yesterday is in this haul, and that's how I want to do it moving forward. I don't want to come home with a bunch of junk and then have to split the good from like the, not bad, but basically the stuff that I don't want to show you guys. That doesn't make any sense. I want to come home with 30, 40, 50 pieces, whatever that number is, of items that I'm proud to share with you guys and show you guys, and should be selling for pretty good money. Again, $750 out of this pile, from a $70 day. Not bad at all. Let me know what you guys think. Again, appreciate you guys watching to the end. Make sure you guys subscribe to the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, like the video if you haven't yet, and stay tuned for the next drop. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.